Hi, good evening. Is it clear now? Am I audible? Hi, uh, good evening, guys. Am I audible? Can someone respond in the chat? Yeah, okay, fine, fine. Okay, guys. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, let's get started. Today we are going to discuss Capgemini specific problems. Okay, I think you may aware of the topics array strings searching and sorting. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible now. Is my screen visible? Okay, fine. Okay, guys. So first of all, let's discuss some array problems. Okay, so I hope you all aware of what is an array, why index. So let's not get into the basic stuffs. I hope you all aware of the basic stuffs regarding arrays. Okay, so let's dive into the problems directly. Okay, so the first problem is, let me show you the problem statements. Please give me a second. Okay, fine. I'm facing some sort of network issue. The platform is not loading. Okay, fine. So I'll give you the direct problem statements. The thing is, okay, so I want to, uh, okay, let us assume the array size is 5. Okay, I'm giving some sort of elements. Okay, consider my array size is 5. I'm giving some elements. Okay, now here I'm giving the another element called k. Okay, let's assume the kth element is 2. Okay, the thing is, I need to pick up top k element. Okay, the problem statement is, so let's consider this is k. So I need to pick up top k elements. Okay, top k elements that are repeated. Okay, that has highest frequency. Okay, so I need to pick up top k elements that has highest frequency. So here when you see this array, 1 is repeated for one time, 2 is repeated for two times, 3 is repeated for again two times. Okay, now when you sort this element, okay, when you sort this element according to the frequency, not according to the number, according to the frequency. Say for example, 3. Okay, according to the frequency, I'm just sorting in descending order like this. Okay, this is one of the test case. So let's consider some other bigger test case, like bigger elements. Let me give the size 10. I'm giving 1 2 2 3 3 3, then 4 4 4. 4. Okay, now listen, I have entered 10 elements. Okay, now I'm giving the k as 2 again. Okay, the problem statement is print the top k elements that has highest frequency. Okay, so what are the top two elements? Okay, here the k is 2, so I need to pick up top two elements which has highest frequency. Okay, the top two elements is 4 because it has highest frequency. Then the next top is 3. Okay, my answer should be like 3 comma 4 or 3 space 4. If I give the k equal to 3, now I need to pick up top 3 k elements. Okay, sorry, not top 3, my mistake, top k elements again. The first element is 4, the next highest frequency element is 3, the next element which has highest frequency is 2. So I need to print 2 3 4. Okay, can you get my point? Okay, so this is my output which should be in sorted order. Okay, simply you cannot have any random order like 3 4 2 or something like 2 4 3. Not like this. I need to pick up top k elements that has highest frequency. Also the output should be in sorted order. Okay, so this is the primary problem statement. So what I'm going to do is, let me have the code snippet. Okay, the foremost thing is I need to create a scanner object. Next I'm going to get the size of the array. Next I'm going to declare an array. Now if possible, let me show you the problem statement. Okay, let the platform get loaded. Meanwhile, I'll solve the problem. Let's not waste our time. I'm going to get the array elements one by one. Okay, next thing is I need to get the k elements. Okay, fine. So I'm done with the inputs. So as I told you, so I want to count. Okay, I want to count the numbers which has the highest frequency. Okay, so anyway, you need to make a count. So here the best data structure that we are going to use is map. Okay, I'm teaching you in Java. In Java you can use hash map. If you are good at C++, you can use a ordered map or unordered map of your wish. Okay, so as you all know, hash map is the key value pair. Okay, so let me create a hash map here where I'm going to store integer and again integer, because I'm going to store the number along with its frequency. Okay, say for example here the number 1 is 1, the number 2 is repeated for 2 times, the number 3 is repeated for again 2 times. Okay, so like this I'm going to, okay, So I'm going to store in this format. So you all know, left hand side is key, right hand side is value. Okay, both are integers. Okay, finally the platform get loaded. Yes, so this is the problem statement, guys. Okay, so given a non-empty array nums of integers, okay, find the top k elements that have the highest frequency in the array. Okay, if two numbers have the same frequencies, then the larger number should be given more preference. I think the problem statement is pretty clear. So here the array size is 8. They have given totally 8 elements and the k value is 2. So I need to pick up top two elements that has highest frequency. Okay, so here the top element is 3. Okay, the next element is 2 and the next element is 1. So in the problem statement, if two or more elements have same frequencies, the larger element should be picked out. Okay, so here I'm going to use the larger element here. Fine. Okay, so this is one of the sample inputs. You can see one is the highest frequency, the next highest frequency is 2. So 1 and 2. Here 3 has the highest frequency, then 1 and 2 has the same frequency but the larger element, which is 2. Okay, so 3 and 2. So as I told you, I'm going to use hash map. Now first of all, I'm going through the array first. Okay, one by one I'm going through the array. So say for example, from the 0th index to the size, I'm going through one by one. Okay, I'm seeing, but I'm first of all, I would be here. Consider I is the iterating variable. I'm going through one by one. Okay, first of all, I'm considering one. Considering this one, my hash param is initially empty. Okay, so when my hash map is empty, so here I'm checking if array of I. Okay, I'm checking whether this number is already existing in the hash map. I'm checking whether this particular number is already existing in the hash map. Next, I'm checking whether this particular number is already existing next to this number, whether 3 is already existing. If it is existing, I'm going to take the value. If it is not existing, then I'm going to insert this as a new number. Say for example, this one is the new number, but this number is not new because it is repeated one, right? Also, this one is not a new one. This 2 is a new 2, but this 2 is not a new one. Can you get my point? Because this is a repeated one. So I'm going to check if map dot contains key. If the particular number is already existing in the map. If it is existing, okay, I'm going to increment its value. So what I'm doing is, So map dot put the same I, and the value would be, I need to increment it. This is not the new one. Okay. Let's leave for now. I'll tell you. Okay. So this is already existing. This is new number. If the number is already existing, you need to increment the frequency, or else simply you just insert the number and consider the frequency as 1, because it is a new number. So the frequency would be 1 only. If it is already existing, now what can we do here is, uh, okay, so before inserting, I need to get the value. Okay, so I need to get the already existing count. So map dot get of array of I. So get the existing count or existing frequency. I need to fetch the existing frequency, then I need to increment it. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this. Let me explain once again. So the for loop is for going through one by one. Whenever I'm seeing a new number, okay, the else is for new number. If I'm seeing any new number, I'm just inserting the new number along with its frequency. Okay, inserting new number with frequency 1. If the number is already existing, I need to increment the existing count na. So I'm just getting the count and I'm incrementing it. Okay, just for the reference, let us print what is happening. So I'm just printing the map. First let us understand what is happening. Okay, okay, listen. So as you all can see here, 1 is repeated for 3 times, 2 is for 2 time, 3 is for 1 time na. So 1 is 3 time, 2 is 2 time, and 3 is 1 time. So we have gone through the array and we have segregated the frequency. Okay, we are not done with the problem, we are just done with the part of a problem. Okay, so the hash map is ready now. So as per the output, I need to print the highest frequency. Okay, so I need to fetch the highest frequency. Okay, I need to fetch the highest frequency, which has highest frequency. Now how to fetch the highest frequency? Because uh, please please make a note. Okay, we can sort the hash map. Okay, one thing is we can sort the hash map either in ascending or descending, but sorting can be done considering only the left hand side, that is value. Okay, sorting cannot be done considering the value. Okay, sorry, it is a key value pair na. So key value pair, Now we have segregated the key and the value is 3. Then the key is 2, its frequency is 2. Then the key is 3, its frequency is 1. Okay, as of now we have segregated like this. Now we cannot sort the hash map considering the value. Considering the key, yes, we can sort it, but here according to the problem statement, if we can sort it easily, we can pick up the top k elements, but sorting according to the value is not possible. Okay, sorting according to key is, yes, it is fine, but anyway we need to fetch the top k elements. So any idea how we can fetch the top k element? As of now, half of the problem we are done. Here the top k elements are 1 and 2 because 1 has 3 frequency, 2 has 2 frequency. So how to pick up top k elements? Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for the response. Yes, Pranit, fine. Good answer. Yes, we can use get or default. Fine. Max heap, max. Okay, let us try. Okay, guys, I'm going to use a very precise method. Okay, let's start. I'm going to use collections.sort. Okay, so many of you may have a doubt. See, collections.sort works for only fundamental data types. So you know what are the fundamental data types now? Integer, string, float, double, character. Okay, so whenever you are using collection.sort, yes, if your data structure, if your list is containing only integer like 546 or any string, apple, banana, cherry, okay, float, marks, this is suitable only for collection. Sorry, collection.sort is suitable only for similar data types, but our data structure is hash map. Okay, where it contains two integers as a couple or as a pair. Okay, anyway we are going to use the same collection.sort using the comparator or comparable interface. Okay, so the syntax would be like, so I'm going to introduce a separate class, sort by value. Okay, sort by value, implements comparator, where it going to sort the hash map now. Okay, I think we can't give something like this. Okay, fine. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to store. So as you all know, left hand side is key, right hand side is value. Now, so together it is called as entry. So 1 equal to 3 is called as entry. 2 equal to 2 together. Okay, not as a separate key value. Together, I'm saying this is a separate entry, this is a separate entry, and 3 equal to 1 is a separate entry. So I'm going to store these things, okay, into the array list. So before that, let me have array list. Okay, now what is the data type of the array list? Simply I cannot have integer, because you are not going to store any integer, because together, okay, 1 equal to 3 together you are going to store inside the array list. So simply your array list would be like this: 1 equal to 3 comma 2 equal to 2 comma 3 equal to 1. So you are going to store in this manner. Okay, so simply I cannot mention any integer. Okay, now the thing is, what is the data type of this kind of entry? Key equal to value, right? Okay, so this is something called map dot entry. Okay, custom data type. Okay, please make a note of it. This is not something called as integer. Okay, this is something called as map dot entry. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use it here. So map dot entry is a class. It's a data type. Okay, data type as well as class, I'm saying. So here I'm going to use the same data type here, not integer. It is going to be a map dot entry. Okay, so let me create a array list equal to new array list. Now I'm going through the map dot entry set, and I'm going to add entry here. So instead of map, let us print first what is mean by, so what is present inside the array list. Okay, first of all let me have this. Okay, so as of now let's not include that. Okay, so here you all can see here, right? So square brackets, which is array list. So I have converted the map into array list. Now using the array list I can sort it. Okay, so al is the array list object. Okay, now here I'm introducing a new class, sort by value implements comparator. Now here inside this angular bracket you have to mention the data type. So what is the data type? Map dot entry. Okay, fine. Now here we are going to overwrite. Okay, we are going to override the inbuilt method. What is the inbuilt method is, okay, so public int compare. Okay, public int compare. Listen, what is the data type we are comparing is, where is the output? Yeah, here we are going to compare the values. Okay, 3 2 1, not the keys, keep it in mind, not the keys. We are going to compare the values because we need the top key elements now. So what is the data type is integer, so I have mentioned int here. Okay, so here the first object is map.entry. Let's copy this here. First object, okay, let's consider as entry 1 or e1. For simplicity I'm keeping as e1. And again the second object is e2. Okay, so I'm going to consider two objects. Okay, the first object is going to be e1, second object is going to be e2. Guys, please listen, let me simplify. Now 1 equal to 3 together is e1, 2 equal to 2 together is e2. Okay, I'm going to receive first two objects, next to two objects, next to two objects, next to two objects. I'm going to consider every two objects, e1 and e2. Under e1 and e2 we don't want the keys but only the values now, because here together it is called as e1. Inside the e1 this is key and this is value. I want only the value to be considered, not the entire entries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare. Okay, so return, sorry, so return integer dot compare e1 dot value. uh, that's not the correct one. This is together called as e1, e1 dot, yes, I think it's value only, e1 dot value comma e2 dot value. So let's try this, I'm not sure, I think it's value. So in order to call this method, okay, you have to call collections dot sort. We are going to sort the array list. Okay, also we need to pass the reference of the class. What is the class we have introduced? Sort by value. Now we need to pass the reference, that is new sort by value. So after sorting, again let's print. Okay, so it's not the value. I think it's get value, something like that. Yes, yes, yes. It's not value, it's get value. Get value. Okay. Fine. Okay. So this is before sorting. This is after sorting. Okay. Now I need to print. So you may have a doubt, sir. Before sorting, the order is same. After sorting, also the order is same. Now both are looking like same. Yes. Now listen carefully. This is converted from direct hash map. This is the sorted one. Okay. So uh, please don't mistake that. Always, so if it is already in sorted order, why to sort it again? It's not like that. Okay. Hash map does contain random order. The name itself defines that hash. Okay, you all know that hash doesn't maintain any order. Okay, so it is by accident it is giving some this order, but in not in all the cases. Okay, if you give some other element, if it will give some other order. Okay, but anyway you have to sort it. So let's delete this line. I have got the reference. Now what I have done is, listen. So this is something called ascending order. Okay, but in our case I want in descending order. So descending order in the sense, so that I could fetch the top two elements. Okay. uh, yes, now it is in descending order, that is 3, 2 and 1. So let's give some other input so that you will get a better idea. Okay, so it's not in sorted order because 3 has to come first, not 1 or 2. 3 has to come first. So let's go through the logic. I'm adding one by one. Oh, sorry, this has to be called. Sorry. Okay, yes. Here you can see, according to the value, we have got an ascending order, right? So 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, but in our case we want in descending order. For descending order, simply you can interchange e1 and e2. Okay, simply you can interchange this, make it as e2 and here e1. If I do so, you can see the drastic change. So 3, 2, 2 and finally 1. Okay, so after this I need to print the top k elements na. So for I equal to 0, I less than k, I plus plus, simply you can print it. So println al dot get of I dot get value, or you need only the key, not the exact value. You need key na. So let's try. So not ln, only n. Let's have a space. Okay guys, listen. My output is 3 and 2. I'm sorry, the expected output is 3 2 and my output is 3 1. Why there is a gap? Expected is 3 2, my output is 3 1. I have did the same logic. Why there is a gap? Guys, yes, I'll share Om. I'll share with you. But my question is, the expected output is 3 2 and my output is 3 1. Later I'll share all these code, but now try to answer why there is a lag. Yes, Rajeshwari. Fine, thank you. So in the problem statement, okay, they have given if two numbers have the same frequencies, then the larger number should be considered. Okay, so in our case, 1 and 2 have the same frequency. Okay, in such case, we need to consider 2 na, but here we are getting 1. So we need to sort it in such a way that 2 has to replace 1. Okay, for that what can we do is, here whenever I'm comparing, okay, let us have a if condition. If both values are same, double equal to e2 dot get value. If both values are same, consider larger value. That is our case now. So here I'm going to return integer dot compare e2 dot, I'm sorry, e1 dot get key. E2 dot get key. Guys, I hope this would clear this. So if two values are larger, okay, I'm sorry, if two values are equal, consider the larger value. So the larger value is, so here two frequencies are equal, that is 2 2. So out of these entries, I need to consider the larger one. Okay, so which is the larger one? 2 is the larger one. So that is our problem statement. So if two values are equal, I need to fetch the key, okay, in descending order. Okay, fine. So let's try this. Compare E2, E1. Yes. Now I could see the answer 3 and 2. The expected output is 3 2 and finally my output also 3 2. So let's try some other difficult inputs. So I'm giving three numbers together. Okay, now my k input is 3. Now the thing is, I need to fetch the top three elements. So the top three elements is 111, 222, 33 or 44. Okay, so here what is the expected output? The top frequency is triple one and triple two, both have the same frequency. Okay, so as we all know, I should consider the larger value, that is 2, then triple one, finally I think double four. So double three has to be neglected because we need only three elements. So let's try this. Okay, so 2 comes first because these 1 2 and 1 has the same frequency. So out of these two, 2 is considered first, 1 is considered next, and 4 3 we need to consider for the first element because 4 is the larger one. Okay, so 2 1 and 4. So I think this is solved now. Okay, the thing is finding the top k elements that has the highest frequency. Okay, there are I mean, many of you have posted your own logic. Yes, that can also be considered, but this is the I don't say this is the only logic you can follow. You can follow your own logic. Ranjit, I'm not sure what is coding problem sheet. Yes, I do share all the coding. I don't understand what is coding problem sheet stuff. What do you guys are asking? No, again, I'm not sure. Coding problem sheet means, are you asking this? I mean, this page question. Are you talking about the question? Uh, uh, no, I'm not sure because I cannot share these questions with you. Simply, I can show you the problem statements and I can solve directly. Okay, so I'm not supposed to share that. So you can ask the respective program manager. Okay, so because you guys are from different institutions like VIT and KL University, something somewhere, something. Okay, so you can ask your respective program managers. So simply, I cannot share all these questions. Please don't mistake me. Okay, guys. I hope you're clear with the problem. So as of now, any doubts? So you can ask me. We can clarify here only. So please make a note. Map.entry is a inbuilt class. Okay. So which denotes the entry. So 2 equal to 3 is a map.entry. 1 equal to 3 is a again map.entry. This is not something like a string or integer or float. Na. So the selected thing is a map.entry. Now this selected thing is a map.entry. Okay, so that's what we have done here. The array list can store map.entry. Okay, simple. I'm not sure, random Carvi. Word count to question. Where is that, Nishant? Word count to. Okay, guys, listen. The next thing is, let's discuss one string problem. They have given a problem statement called the DNA sequence. Okay, series of nucleotides abbreviated as ACGT. Okay, the thing is, they have given a sequence. Let us consider this is the DNA sequence, which is composed of ACGT. Okay, other than ACGT, there won't be any sequence. Fine. Now, here given a string S that represents DNA sequence. Fine. Now, our task is return all the 10 letter long sequences, which is going to be only substrings. Okay, I hope you all aware of substring that occur more than once in a DNA module, which is a again repeated one. Say for example, they have given clearly that 10 letter long. So let's consider this is a 10 letter long na 5A and 5C. This is a repeated sequence. Yes, because this 5A 5C is a repeated one, because you all can see na first 5A 5C, again the selected one 5A 5C. So this is the repeated one. This is done again 5C 5A, again 5C 5A. So this is again the repeated one. So that's why they have given this output. 5A 5C is repeated, 5C 5A is also repeated one. Okay, fine. The thing is, it's very simple. We need to fetch the substring alone. Clearly they have mentioned 10 letter long substring. Okay, so I'll just share this code with you. You please practice this. Okay, I think this much long code is not cannot be shared. Okay, fine. I'll share you the solutions later. So let's finish this. Okay, so the input is just going to be a string, that's it. So s dot next. Okay, so first of all I'm going to get the string alone, then I'm going to fetch 10 letter long substrings. Say for example, first 10 letter is, this is the first 10 letter. Then from first index 10 letters, from second index 10 letters, then third index 10 letters, then fourth index 10 letters. So this is what the procedure is. From each index I need to fetch the 10 digits. So again, fine. So I hope you are clear with the problem statement. No, Akhil, no. Python is restricted in Capgemini. People, all of you, please make a note. You cannot use Python. Okay, the only allowed languages are C, C++, Java, and .NET. So other than these things, I mean, Python, especially Python, is restricted. Clear? So that's why I'm not using Python here. Yes, Pavan, you're saying something, but I can't understand Hindi. I can see battery down. Yes, fine, thank you. Okay, back to the topic. So the thing is, we need to fetch each 10 letter substrings. Okay, now how would you find this sequence is a repeated one and this sequence is a repeated one? How do you find that? Any other idea? How to find whether this sequence is a repeated one? Yes, simply by seeing, I could see 5a 5c again is repeated here, and 5c 5a is repeated here, 5c 5a, and here as well 5c 5a. Now how to track the count? Any idea how to track the count? Guys, are you there? Can someone respond? Any idea how to track the count? Okay, fine. Listen, again I'm going to use hash map. Okay, because just now we are done with hash map. Now it is going to store, in the previous problem we have stored number along with its count. Okay, the same logic I'm going to use. Hash map. Here the key value pair would be string and integer, because DNA sequence is going to be string data type and the count is of integer data type. So again I'm going to use hash map here. Now listen, I'm going to fetch each 10 digit starting from 0th index. Okay, string dot length I plus plus. Fine. So I'm going to fetch from the 0th index 10 letters, then from first index 10 letters, second index 10 letters, third index 10 letters. Okay, you can use the inbuilt method substring. So int substring equal to string dot substring. So this is the method. I'm going to fetch and store it in another variable. Okay, from I to I plus 10, starting index and ending index. Okay, I'm going to fetch this. So first of all, let's print what is happening. Okay, first of all, let's print. Then we can make a count. Okay, substring. I think small s. Okay, fine. It's working. But the thing is, I'm getting string index out of bound exception at line number 11. Line number 11. This is the line number 11. Why am I getting string index out of bound exception? What is happening? Can anyone pinpoint the error? Out of bound exception. Yes, Lalita. Correct. You can use hash set as well. Good. Yes. Thank you, Om. So here, what is happening is I cannot go until the last index. Say for example, let's consider for the first time I would be here. Then I plus 10 is something, this is I plus 10. Then I would go here. Then I plus 10 is something like this. So if you go so like this, say for example, let's assume I is standing here. Then I plus 10. Here only 5 elements are there, 5 characters. I cannot have 10 characters now. So I should stop something like here. Am I right? So here, no, this is 9. So I should stop like here. So 5 plus 5, 10. So how to make I to stop here? So the thing is, I cannot, this is the wrong thing. Instead of string dot length, what can we do? Because I should stop here only. Because we are going to consider 10 substrings now. So how to make I to stop? Any answer? Instead of length, what could be the condition? Any idea? Yes. Yes, thank you. He has given the right answer. I should not go until the size. I can make something like this. Okay, minus 10. Okay, let's run this. Can you guys see it here? the first 10 sequence, the next 10, the next 10. When you see the last sequence, so this is the last sequence, that is 4A GT, 4A 3G 3T. So 4A 3G 3T. So this is the last one. Okay, we have fetched each and every substring. Now we need to track it now. Now how to yes, before that, so let's insert after fetching each and every substring. Okay, we have already discussed now. I need to know whether it is already existing. So map dot contains key, I need to check whether it is existing already. Okay, if something is existing, I need to fetch the count. So map dot get of substring, again I need to insert substring plus count plus 1. Okay, else means new substring. Okay, if is already existing, else is new substring. If it is of new substring, just enter substring and the frequency is 1, because it is just the frequency is 1. Okay, okay, now let's print it. Print the map. We are done with the map insertion. Let's print the map. I'm sorry, here we should insert this. Fine, we are getting a lot of answer. Our answer is repeated one, because whenever you see one, this is the unique one, this is also unique one. Now this is not a unique one because the count is 2. This is unique one because when you see the problem statement, they have given that occur more than once. Okay, more than, you can see it here, more than once, that is repeated thing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going through the map. So string key map dot key set. If map dot get of key greater than 1, okay, I'm going to check for the repeated value na. So if the repeated value means which is greater than 1, then I'm printing it. Print map dot, or just print the key because we need only key, along with the space print the key. So let's try this. Okay, so out of all these things, I need to get the repeated one, that is these two things are the repeated one. Same our answer also. So this is our out, I mean this is the expected output, and our output also same. 5A 5C 5C 5A, here also same. Okay, are you guys clear with this? So here no need to print. Just print the value alone. Okay, guys, are you clear with the concept? May I get any response? If you have any doubts, please ask me. Let's clear here only. So keep it in mind that why we are using hash map, because we need to track the count. For that sake, we are using hash map, key value pair. Also, I would not say this is only the optimal solution. There are many optimal solution. You can follow your own logic. So this is one of the logics that I could teach you. Okay, guys, any doubts? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Guys, listen. Uh, the next thing is I'm going to give the student data. Okay. So let's consider I'm going to have only three student data. Each student have ID, name, and percentage. So let's consider 95.5, and the second student name DEF name and his percentage. Then the third student XYZ is the name and 78.3 is the respective percentage. Okay, so this is the first student 101, this is the second student data, and this is the third student. Since I have given only the uh, array size is 3, if the array size is 5, I need to input 5 student data. Okay, the respective student data. Now the thing is I need to sort the student data. Okay, are you there? So I need to start the student data according to their percentage. So whoever scored the highest percentage should appear first. So when you consider these student data, who has the highest percentage? 102. Next is 101 because 95. Last is 103 because he has scored only 78. So the problem statement is sort the student data according to the percentage scored. Okay. Now, how to sort this? Considering the percentage in descending, that is the main thing. I need in descending order. Any other approach? Which data structure is suitable? And if you have any insights, you can share here. What are the concepts we need to touch here? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Guys, anyone? How to sort the student data? Or if you have any insights? First of all, how to store the student data, that is the main thing. After that, we can sort it accordingly. First of all, how to store the student data? As I already told you, anyway, we are going to use the array. Fine. Now, how to store this thing into the zeroth index? Second student going to be in first index, then second index, third index, fourth. It will go on like that. Okay. First of all, how to store multiple data into a particular index? We have seen like this now. Consider these are the array elements. Now each number is stored in each index, respective index. Zeroth index, first index, second, third, fourth. This is fine. Similarly, we can have string as well. Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad. Okay. Now Chennai going to be in zeroth index, Mumbai first index, third, fourth, it will go on like that. These are fine because these are separate data types. But here, how to store three different values in the same index? Because the zeroth index going to be, I need to store these three different things into the same index. Any idea? Yes, Swati. Guys, listen. As Swati said, we need to use class concept. Okay, because you may aware of structure or class concept. Now, what is a structure or a class? Do you have any idea what is a structure or class? List. I'm not sure, Magna. Yes, we can use list for storing, but my question is, as Swati said, anyway, we have to use, yes, again, good, custom data type. Fine, guys, listen. As Swati said, class or structure is nothing but a customized data type or user defined data type. I am going to create my own data type. Okay. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to have class concept. As I already told you, I'm going to create a class student. Each student will have ID, name, sorry, ID, name and percentage. Let's consider double. Okay. So now a class or structure is nothing but it's a user defined data type. I myself, for my convenience, I'm creating student or employee or class professor or class book. Each book will have title, author, published year, price na. So that is user defined data type. Book or mobile phone. Mobile phone is also a user defined data type. Each mobile will have price, processor, display, camera resolution, battery, and a RAM ROM. So these things together called as user defined data type. Let's consider mobile. I'm going to group brand, mobile brand, then price, then processor, then display type, then display size, then battery capacity. Okay, so these things can be grouped into single unit under mobile data type. Okay, this is another example. Okay, so let's not confuse this. As of now we are considering only student data type. So before that, create a scanner object, get the size from the user, because here in the input we are getting the size now. Okay, now listen carefully. After getting the size, okay, I'm going to create an array. What is the data type of the array? Simply I cannot have like this. Yes, this is integer array, so it will have only integers. I want these details to be stored. Yes, now what is the data type of the array? This is for example I'm saying, what is the data type? Yes, Rajeshwari, thank you. Yes, classes are at entity. Yes, that's a good point. But now my question is, what is the data type of the array? Whether it is integer data type or float array, double array, string array. So those things are not applicable. Because we need to store these values. So now what is the data type? Yes, again, thank you, Swati. It is going to be student data type. Which what is the class name? Student. That is the data type, na. So student array equal to new student. So instead of fundamental data type like integer or float, make it as your own data type, student or employee or mobile or laptop, whatever it is. Again, from the user, I'm going to get the values according to the size, get the values. Now listen carefully. The thing is, we need to get each time for each student we need three details. For each student we need three details. First thing going to be ID. So ID is something called integer data type na. So here we have made it as int. So s dot next int. Next line is name. So let's get it as x dot next line. Next thing is percentage. So ID name and so percentage is double. Listen carefully. I'm getting these things from the user. Now where to store? That is another question. Okay. How to store these three things together inside a zeroth index next to first index? So how to store these three things together? Okay, the answer is, first of all you need to create a object. So student, make any object. Okay, so this is something called object creation, you all know that. Then we need to pack these values into the objects. So object packing. Okay, first thing is object creation, second thing is object packing, that is encapsulation. Nothing but I need to insert these values into the student. Okay, so simply I can make like this: student dot id, student dot name. So this is something called as packing, percentage. Okay, so you can either pass the values into the constructor, that is also fine, but here I'm explicitly packing it. So this is how you can pack it. So student id, student dot name, student dot percentage. Then after packing, insertion has to be done. So array of I equal to student, object insertion. Okay, so object creation, second thing is packing, third thing is inserting. We are done. Now let's print the same. I need to print the array. Okay, we have stored the data into the array. Let's print the array. Input mismatch exception. Guys, listen. I have given three student na. Something is printing three student, but the exact detail I could not see. What is mean by these things? What are these things? I am printing the array, but inside the array, I could not see the exact ID name percentage. I am seeing something which I don't want. Now, what are these things? Yes, Swati, correct. But the thing is, what are these things I'm asking? Okay. The answer is these things are exact objects. You cannot print the object. So keep it in mind. This is the array of object because here we are creating the student object now. So this is the array of object. Object cannot be printed. If you do so, only the address of the object will be printed. So object is nothing, address. Address is, so here I could see only the address, something address. Okay. So address cannot be printed. If you want the exact details, you have to unpack it. Okay. How do you unpack? So unpack the object. So here we have done object packing. Yes, object packing we are done now. We have to unpack the object using the same dot operator. ID, array of I dot name, then array of I dot percentage. So dot operator is something used for packing and unpacking. Okay, clear? If you want exact details, you have to use dot operator. So simply you cannot print the object. Okay. Yes, now I could see the exact values which I want. But now we are not done with our task. Our task is to sort the student detail according to the percentage in descending order. So 98 should come first, 95 then, finally 78. So how to sort in descending order? Yes, Meghna, thank you. Address, fine. Now how to sort it? Any idea? What is the simplest sorting technique you know? There are many sorting techniques. What is the simplest sort? Not in terms of time complexity, in terms of number of lines. Yes, bubble sort is the simplest one. So let's use that. Okay. So basically, in bubble sort, you would use two, what is that? Nested loop and a temporary variable. Am I right? The same thing I'm going to use. Okay. Nested loop and temporary variable. So you would use I and j. So simply you would be doing like this now. So array of I, you would be checking like this. I hope am I clear? Okay. So bubble sort is using two loops, one condition and a swapping technique. Okay. So this is the basic skeleton. We need to change this. Okay, according to our problem, we need to change the skeleton. Let's declare J. Okay. So what I can do is simply you cannot compare two objects. Okay, because each index has only the student object. You cannot compare the objects. Okay, now as I told you, I need to compare only the percentage. I don't want to compare the entire object. I want to compare only the percentage. Yes, am I right? So instead of comparing the whole object, I need to unpack, because I need to compare only the percentage now. Am I right? I need to compare only the percentage like this. And descending order. So descending order should be have, I mean, yes. So less than is suitable for descending order. Okay. Now listen, I'm comparing only the percentage, fine. Then swapping is okay, fine. Swapping is done. Now what is the data type of temp? I have not declared temp anywhere. I need to declare na. What is the data type of temp now? Anybody? What is the data type of temp? Yes, thank you, Swati. Again, student is the data type. Okay, fine. We are done with the logic. So let's print the answer. After sorting, I need to print it now. Yes. After sorting in the descending order, 98 first, second 95, third 78. Okay. Guys, are you clear with the concept? Sorting in descending order considering the percentage. So I have told you what is the necessity of class, what is object packing and unpacking. So this is something called encapsulation, that is object packing using dot operator, or else you can pass the parameters here using constructor, that is your wish. Then you have to compare the percentage, you have to use again dot operator, and finally unpack the object. Guys, are you clear? No, Meghna, that is not double, because listen carefully. Here we are just comparing only the percentages. Percentages double only, but after comparing, we are interchanging the whole object. So that doesn't comes under double na. Whole object comes under student. Okay. If you are changing the double, then temp would be double, but you are interchanging the object. Okay, so keep it in mind, this is not something like double. You are interchanging the whole object. Guys, are you clear? May I get any response? Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Uh, uh, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Since we are nearing the 9 o'clock, if you have any doubts, as of now, we have discussed a lot of things now. Searching, sorting, arrays, string, DNA sequence. We have discussed a lot. If you have any doubts, you can use this last 15 minutes. We can discuss here. Swati, so these questions are previously asked Capgemini specific questions. Um, so you cannot find it anywhere. But yes, in some online resources you can find. If you Google Capgemini specific questions, yes, you can find it online. Okay. Also, you can have if you have the iamneo platform credential, I think you could find it there. So, guys, if you don't have any doubts, let's wind up the session. So, thanks for joining. If you have any doubts, you can stay up here, or else, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, Swati. Thank you.